It is 5:50, and we are here at the Eagle Pass Independent School District regular meeting, and we call this meeting to order. Mr. Mijares, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. Now we will have roll call. Ms. Hilda P. Martinez, Vice President, present. Dr. Hector Alvarez, Secretary, he is on his way. Ms. Glenna Purcell, Trustee, present. Ms. Lupita Fuentes, Trustee, present. Mr. Christopher Hitler, Trustee, present. Mr. Victor E. Perry, Trustee, present. Mr. Samuel Mijares, Superintendent of Schools, present. Mr. Richard Strieber, our Attorney, present. And Jorge Barrera, present. Now we will move to Citizens Communications and Recognitions. And there are no citizens communications at this time. So we will move to recognitions. We will first have recognition of Eagle Pass High School students Itzel Fuentes, Devontae Monsivais, and Chloe Rodriguez for their nominations as Texas High School Aerospace Scholars.
Good evening, Superintendent Mijares and Mr. President and distinguished members of the board. Thank you for allowing me to spend some time with you this evening. Our first recognition for tonight is for Eagle Pass High School. And when EPHS says shoot for the stars, they certainly mean it. A big congratulations goes out to Itzel Fuentes, Devontae Monsivais, and Chloe Rodriguez for being named Texas High School Aerospace Scholars. As an aerospace scholar, this trio will be able to experience a 5-day virtual NASA experience where they will work as a team on a mission to either Mars or the moon. Way to shoot for the stars and literally land on the moon, Eagles. We now invite the board and Superintendent Mijares forward for photos.
Now we will move to students, administrators, staff, and superintendent of the Eagle Pass Independent School District recognize the school board in accordance with the School Board Recognition Month.
Our next recognition for tonight will be to honor our illustrious school board in recognition of January being Board Appreciation Month. We thank you for all you do to help EPISD continue to move forward, and we have a presentation for you to just show you how much of a treasure you are to us all.
Hey guys, check this out. Oh my gosh, what did y'all find?
We found clues that will lead us to the greatest treasure in all of Pass ISD.
How cool! And look, it's 7 of them, one for each of us.
Let's do this!
Yay! Law and order is a must, so visit a man that you can surely trust.
Let's go check it out. Go over a hill to find the place that makes things grow in any space. Come on, let's go.
Pretty girl, pretty girl, pretty girl. Around the lake you must go to find the place where all the animals are shown. I got it. If you want your smile to gleam and glisten, make sure you give this man a listen. Hi, you all looking for this? Yes. There you go.
A friendly face is always helpful when you're feeling down, so visit here next time you're in town.
Hi.
Hello.
Are you looking for this?
Yes. Water makes up most of the world, so find EP's main source and give it a whirl.
Look guys, it fits together like a puzzle.
Hey, let's put it together.
Give me your attention, baby. Hey, I know where this place is, and X marks the spot.
Let's do it.
You're one of our flawless, ooh, you a sexy lady. But you walk around here like you wanna be someone else.
Oh my god, we found it.
X marks the spot.
Yay! Oh my god, we found it!
Sometimes the greatest treasure is time in sport, and that's something that Eagle Pass ISD Board of Trustees have given us without a doubt.
Our EPISD Board of Trustees are elected officials that work tirelessly, day in and day out, for no financial gain, in the name of our students and staff. As citizens who serve students and face their communities, school board members face complex and demanding challenges.
They set the policies for schools and make important decisions affecting curriculum, financing, and staffing.
They also provide vision and leadership as they advocate and continue to stand up for public education. Their effort to help all children succeed by improving teaching and learning in our school districts is truly appreciated and awe-inspiring.
As Texas public schools continue to face the challenges over the past few years, school boards will lead the way. However, school districts and communities succeed when they work together for a brighter future, which is why we are here at Eagle Pass ISD to thank the School Board of Trustees for being the greatest treasure of all and helping us bridge the gap between school districts and communities, which is definitely helping us move forward together.
Happy Board Appreciation Month!
That video is to kick off this month's board recognition celebration. And up first, we will have Jorge Barrera, board president, to come up. Our first school for this evening is Kennedy Hall. Joining us tonight is Camila Chavez and Matthew Majors.
Good afternoon. My name is Matthew Majors and I'm a tiny hawk at Kennedy Hall.
Good afternoon. My name is Camila Chavez and I'm also a tiny hawk at Kennedy Hall.
Mr. Barrera, we are so excited to be here today. To say thank you for all of your hard work and dedication.
Thank you, Mr. Barrera, for putting us first and making sure that we have all these. Thank you, Mr. Barrera, for putting us first and for making sure that we have everything we need to help us learn, grow, and succeed.
Forward together. Go
Hawks! Go Hawks!
Up next, from Serna Elementary, we have Alexi Zaragoza, Amadis Cortez, Gael Barrera, and Damaris Barrera.
Good evening. My name is Gael Barrera, and we represent Sedna Elementary, home of the Mighty Stallions. Tonight we are here to honor and thank one of our school board members, Mr. Jorge Barrera, School Board President.
My name is Alexi Zaragoza, Student Council President. We greatly appreciate his dedication and his commitment to the Eagle Pass Independent School District.
I am Amadis Cortez, Student Council Vice President. As a community servant, he donates his time and talents to ensure that all students have the best education possible. I am Damaris Barrera. School board members are truly all stars for our schools and have helped us move forward together. Thank you, Mr. Jorge Barrera.
From Eagle Pass Junior High, we have Adrina Hiller, Kathan Hiller, Alex Alvarez, Sienna Caballero, and Evan Longoria.
Hi, I'm Riley.
Hi, my name is Evan Longoria. And my name is Kaden Hiller.
And I'm Madrina Hiller.
First of all, we'd like to show our appreciation for everything that you do, not only for Eagle Pass Junior High students and staff, but also for everything you do in our district. This is a token of appreciation that we present to you on behalf of Ms. Ramon, the administration, and teachers and students of EPJ. Thank you for helping us move forward together.
Rounding out our recognitions for our board president will be CC1 High School, Saraí Rocha and Genevieve Dueñez.
Good evening. My name is Saraí Rocha, and I am the president for the CC1 High School Student Council, as well as the standing committee chairperson for the state's Teens in the Driver's Seat Advisory Board. The theme of this year's School Board Recognition Month is Forward Together, which highlights the collaboration among school leadership, teachers, and parents on behalf of students. I am here to recognize the efforts of our adopted school board member, Jorge Barrera. Although each and every member of Eagle Pass ISD's board is so important because of all the hard work they have put into strengthening the success of us students. We celebrate the trustees for their dedication and commitment to the district and its students gaining an education. As Texas public schools continue to deal with the challenges of the past few years, school boards will lead the way. However, at times this can be a very stressful job. Recognizing the efforts of our volunteer school board is so important because of all the time the trustees put into their already busy schedules. We ask that each of you remember to take the time to focus on your mental health and always relax, knowing that we are growing as we work to move EPISD forward together. Thank you again, Mr. Jorge Barrera and the EPISD School Board.
At this time, we invite all the principals and students for Mr. Barrera Schools to come forward for one last group photo. Thank you for all you do, Mr. Barrera. And now, let's welcome our Board Vice President, Mrs. Hilda Martinez Caballero. Our first school up is ECC with Citlali Cabañas and Isabella Esquivel.
The little scholars of ECC would like to thank Hilda Martinez Caballero for her dedication and commitment to our school and district. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Caballero.
Flying in next, we have Glass Elementary with Victor Fuentes, Zoe Fuentes, Scarlett Fuentes, Everett Longoria, and Elliot Longoria.
Good afternoon. On the behalf of Glass Elementary, we want to express your gratitude to Ms. Martinez Caballero. Thank you for being an excellent role model and leader. Thank you for devoting your time to improve our education. Congratulations. Yay, where do I go? Okay, middle.
Good afternoon. Thank you to our school board members for everything that you do for our staff and students. You are greatly appreciated. To our grandmothers, special thanks for your continued dedication to our school district.
At this time, the Falcons have a special presentation for their grandmothers, Ms. Fuentes and Mrs. Purcell. Up next, from Sam Houston Elementary, we have Adela de los Santos.
On behalf of all of our teachers, staff, parents, and students at Sam Houston Elementary, we want to thank you all for your support and dedication to our community. A special hello and thank you to Ms. Hilda Martinez. Go Cougars. Thank you. I'm gonna take a picture with her.
And rounding out our recognitions for Mrs. Martinez is Eagle Pass High School. This evening we have Ashlyn Hiller, Aiden Caballero, Jorge Barrera III, and Charles G. Purcell.
My name is Jorge Barrera, and I wanted to thank the school board for everything they've done for the school system and Eagle Pass.
Howdy, my name is Garrett Purcell, and I would just like to give a big shout out to all of y'all board members. Y'all guys do so much for us, and a big shout out to my grandma. I thank y'all for all that you do. Being a senior at the Eagle Pass High School, I can see what y'all's jobs do for the future generations. So I'm very thankful for all that you do for us.
Hello, my name is Gunnar Caballero. I'm here at the high school, and I'd like to thank all the board members for all they do for us, especially my mom. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ashlyn Hiller, and I am here on behalf of the Eagle Pass High School and NHS, and I would just like to give a big thank you to Ms. Hilda Martinez for everything that she does for the amazing students here at UPISD. Thank you.
At this time, we welcome back all of the students and principals from Mrs. Martinez's group to take one final group photo. The students and principals to come forward for one final photo with Mrs. Martinez. Students and principals. Thank you for all that you do for our students and staff, Mrs. Martinez. And now we welcome forward our Board Secretary, Dr. Hector Alvarez. Our first students hail from RVLA, and they are Caleb Gonzalez and Camila Castilla.
For building the future of education, may you be proud of the work you do, the person you are, and the difference you make. Specialist you make. Specialist recognition goes to Dr. Hector Alvarez for his dedication and service to help our relay move forward. Go Little Giants!
Gracias a los miembros de la mesa directiva por construir el futuro de la educación. Que estén orgullosos del trabajo que hacen, de las personas que son y la diferencia que hacen. Un reconocimiento especial para el Dr. Hector Alvarez por su dedicación y servicio para ayudar a RVLA a seguir adelante. Vamos, pequeños gigantes.
Yes, you're gonna give that.
Up next from Graves Elementary, we have Tigers, Caleb Garcia and Frida Gonzalez.
Good afternoon. My name is Frida Gonzalez. I am a 6th grade student council president at Graves Elementary. We would like to thank board member Dr. Hector Alvarez for his years of dedication and commitment to our school board. Even though we have been going through hard years, the school board has been able to manage and lead our district forward together as true heroes. Thank you.
And now from Henry B. Gonzalez Elementary, we have Mia Gallegos and Ariana Reta.
Good evening, ISD board members, faculty, staff, and distinguished guests. My name is Ariana Reta. I'm a student council representative from Henry B. Gonzalez, and this evening we are here to represent to recognize Dr. Hector Alvarez.
We want to extend Dr. Alvarez our warmest and most sincere thank you for your untiring effort throughout these last years. While the pandemic brought insincerity, Dr. Alvarez brought assurance, focus, and hope. Thank you, Dr. Alvarez.
And rounding out our schools are the Mavs from Radar Elementary, Miguel Vargas, Ivaliz Rosales, and Emily Ballesteros.
Thank you, Dr. Alvarez, for the exceptional work you have done for the district. Even though we have faced difficult times in the past few years, you have continued to move us forward together. Go Marix!
Go Marix!
At this time, we welcome back all of Dr. Alvarez's principals and students to come up for one final group photo. All principals and students. Thank you for all that you have done for our students and staff, Dr. Alvarez. And now we welcome forward Board Trustee Miss Lupita Fuentes. Our first school up is LDC with Alessandra Rosales and Jimena Lozano.
Hello, my name is Alessandra Rosales.
Hello, my name is Jimena Lozano Garza.
Heart to toes. From the bottom of my heart to the tip of my toes, you are the best, and that everyone knows.
I thank you, you do have the touch. You have made me so happy, and I thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Fuentes from LDC
students and staff.
Close your little folder. Close your little folder. Ready?
You did awesome. Let's take a picture. You did awesome. Amazing.
Up next are the Bulldogs, Leandro Mares and Michelle Ramirez from Benavides.
We are proudly representing Benavides Elementary, home of the Mighty Bulldogs.
We would like to thank board member Ms. Lupita Fuentes for her dedication and commitment to us Eagle Pass ISD students. Thank you, Ms. Fuentes, for working endless hours and being an advocate for all students so that we have what we need to move forward.
Your perseverance and resilience have touched so many hearts in our community. You showed us that no matter what challenges we might be facing, we will come out victorious. Thank you, Ms. Fuentes, for being a role model for all young girls because you showed us to be fierce leaders with generous hearts, always bringing about positive change for our community.
On behalf of Benavides, where we are at the heights above the rest, we say thank you. Gracias.
Up next, from Seguin Elementary, we have Longhorn, Sofia Rodriguez and Alessandro Hernandez.
Thank you for allowing the representatives of Juan and Seguin Elementary to be here tonight. Tonight we will be presenting a gratitude gift. It is an honor for Juan and Seguin Elementary to present the gift of gratitude to Ms. Lupita Fuentes. Ms. Fuentes, we take this opportunity for you being part of the school board of the Eagle Pass Independent School District since 2003. Your contribution of 20 years is greatly appreciated. 10 of these years as a school board president and the other 10 as a trustee. Your perseverance to meet your goals to help our district has shown, such as the rebuilding of Rosita Valley Elementary, helping pass the bond for the Student Activity Center, adding 2 elementary schools, the remodeling of the new district center building, adding a new field house for both high schools. We appreciate your service as a longtime advocate for the students and employees of Eagle Pass Independent School District. You have definitely touched many hearts by working endless hours to help our school district move forward. Ms. Fuentes, we express our most sincere gratitude for being a positive role model to our school district and by allowing us to see that no matter what adversity one is facing, all is possible through faith and determination. Thank you.
Rounding out this set of schools are from Liberty Elementary, Kaylee M. Hernandez and Mandy E. Hernandez.
Good evening. My name is Kaylee Hernandez and I'm a 5th grader at Liberty Elementary.
Good evening. My name is Mandy Hernandez and I'm a 3rd grader at Liberty Elementary.
Liberty Elementary would like to thank my grandma, Lupita Fuentes, for everything you do for EPISD students and staff.
We thank you for always having such a caring heart and being a great example to us all. Love you, Grandma. And from our little brother, AJ.
At this time, we welcome back to the stage all the students and principals from Ms. Fuentes' recognition. All students and principal to come forward for one final group photo. Thank you, Ms. Fuentes, for all your years of service and all that you do for our school district. And up next, we have Board Trustee Mrs. Glenna Purcell. Our first school is Kirchner Elementary with Cowboys Karime Garza and Camila Rodriguez.
Hello, I am Karime Garza.
Hello.
On behalf of the 2020 Blue Ribbon Elementary Campus from Quemado, Texas, the Cowboys from Maud May Kirchner would like to humbly present this gift to Mrs. Glenna Purcell. May it brighten your surroundings and make you think of the excellent students at Kirchner moving forward together. Thank you.
And Camila Rodriguez.
Up next are the Lobos from P. Gallego Elementary, Bella Hernandez and Delilah Uriegas.
I am honored to recognize Miss Glenna Purcell for the time she takes to help all schools, the students, and teachers. Her work inspires others to work together as a team for a successful school district.
Thank you.
And now, rounding out Ms. Purcell's schools is C.C. Wynn High School with Saraí Rocha and Genevieve Dueñez.
Good evening. I am Genevieve Dueñez, the Student Council Vice President and the Win Stampede Yearbook Editor-in-Chief. The theme of this year's School Board Recognition Month is Forward Together, which highlights the collaboration among school leaders, teachers, and parents on behalf of students. I am here to recognize the efforts of our adopted school member, Glenna Purcell. Although each and every EPISD board is so important because of all the hard work they put into strengthening the success of us students. We celebrate the trustees for their dedication and commitment to the district and its student gaining and education. As Texas public schools continue to deal with the challenges of the past few years, school boards will lead the way. However, at times, this can be a very stressful job. Recognizing the efforts of our volunteer school board is so important because all the time the trustees put into their already busy schedules. We ask that you each remember to take the time to focus on your mental health and always relax, knowing that we are growing as we work to move EPISD forward together. Thank you again, Ms. Glenna Purcell and the EPISD School Board.
And now we welcome back the students and principals from Ms. Purcell's school to come forward for one final group photo. We thank you, Ms. Purcell, for all your years of service and all that you do for our students and staff here at Eagle Pass ISD. And now we welcome forward Board Trustee, Mr. Christopher Hiller. Our first school up, racing to the podium from Rosita Valley Elementary, we have Raul Rios and Lily Garza.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Raul Rios Martinez, Jr. and
Lily Garza.
We are students at Rosita Valley Elementary, and we would like to take this time to thank our school board members for their time and dedication to the students at Eagle Pass ISD.
We would like to recognize Mr. Christopher Hiller for believing in the students and staff at RVE and helping plant the seed of success in our students. Thank you, school board members, for all you do.
Stampeding forward next from Mancha Elementary, we have Leonardo Rodriguez and Madeline Casares.
Mr. Hiller, the staff and students of Perfecto Mancha Elementary would like to extend our appreciation to you for your dedication and passion you show every day for our schools.
Thank you, Mr. Hiller, for being a part of our success and creating opportunities to move forward together and making our schools the best they can be.
Leonardo Rodriguez,
Madeline Cáceres,
Perfecto Mancha Elementary.
And now, from Seco Mines Elementary, we have Miguel Angel Esparza and Marco Lopez.
Howdy. Today I, Miguel Esparza, am here to represent the students of Seco Mines Elementary. Mr. Hiller, you have helped our district move forward together by being diligent and assertive, but also kind, understanding with your input and decision-making during your tenure as a board trustee. Your dedication and service to not only Seco Mines Elementary, but the entire district of Eagle Pass ISD is greatly appreciated and does not go unnoticed, especially all you sacrifice for the job and business. Once again, thank you, Mr. Hiller.
Mr. Hiller, my name is Marco Lopez, and I'm from the school, and I'm a proud student from the A-rated school, Seco Mines Elementary. Mr. Hiller, the great sacrifices you have made to your family and business for the children in our district have not gone unnoticed. Thanks for all you have done for the staff and students. I want to thank you for working countless hours for schools in our town and for leadership and guidance. Please continue supporting technology in our schools so we can better meet the technological needs of the world.
And now, rounding out our recognitions for Mr. Hiller, we have Eagle Pass High School, Ashlyn Hiller, Aiden Caballero, Jorge Barrera III, and Charles G. Purcell.
Hello again. First and foremost, I would like to thank the Rock to our education, our wonderful school board members. And for School Board Recognition Month, I would not only like to thank the board, but my father as well. They have done so much for the students of UPISD, and I am so thankful for that. So once again, thank all of you guys.
At this time, we ask for all the students and principals to come forward one last time for a group photo. The students and the principals come forward for one final group photo. Thank you, Mr. Hiller, on behalf of all of our students and staff. And now, last but certainly not least, we have Board Trustee, Mr. Victor Perry. Yes. Our first recognition are the Cardinals from San Luis Elementary, Victoria Garza and Victoria Olivares.
Good afternoon. My name is Victoria Olivares.
And my name is Victoria Garza. We are both 6th grade students in San Luis Elementary.
Mr. Perry, thank you for all you've done for our district, our school, and above all, my fellow classmates.
We appreciate the time you devote to our education, and we thank your family for lending you to us.
San Luis Cardinals wants to send you a happy School Board Member Appreciation Month.
You're welcome.
And now, rounding out not only Mr. Perry's recognitions, but our recognitions for this evening, we have Memorial Junior High with Abigail Garza and Montserrat Rodriguez.
My name is Montserrat Rodriguez. I am a National Junior Honor Society member from Memorial Junior High. On behalf of Memorial Junior High student body, parents, teachers, staff, and administrators, we want to thank you for your service as board member. You make it possible for all of us to excel. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Abigail Garza, and I am a member of the National Junior Honor Society from Memorial Junior High. I did not know the Dallas Cowboys are gonna ever win a playoff game, but I know one thing. Memorial Junior High students and staff know one thing, that our school and the Eagle Pass ISD will continue to be victorious. Thanks to your effort and dedication. The Memorial Junior High students and staff would like to say thank you for your service as an Eagle Pass ISD school board member, and thank you guys for having us, and good night.
At this time, we invite the Cardinals to come back with their principal for a photo. This concludes our campus recognitions. Just a reminder that we need to recognize this amazing Board of Trustees, not just in the month of January, but all year long for all that they do tirelessly day in, day out for EPISD.
On behalf of the board, we want to thank all students, parents, teachers, principals, and administrators. We truly appreciate this. Thank you very much. We will continue. Thank you all. We will go into district reports and presentations. We will take 1, 2, 3, and 4 together. Questions? Everything good? Let's see, we're doing good. That's all I want to ask. If there's no other questions, then we will move to number 5. Presentation of possible projects by Davis Powell, our district architect. Mr. Powell.
Yes, before we... Before we get started with the presentation, this information is very tentative. We are exploring several options, so let's listen to this with an open mind. No decisions have been made yet, but we are exploring the possibilities.
Okay. Before I get started, I too would like to express my gratitude for the school board and the opportunity you've given me to work with the district for a whole lot of years. I'm not even going to say how many because it's way back. Way back. So, okay, so I'm going the wrong way. Sorry. Okay, there we go. So, my objectives this evening are to make a presentation on the relocation of the track. This would be the running track down in the detention area at the Eagle Pass High School to the softball complex. Secondly, I'm going to make a presentation for the development of a cross-country trail at both high schools. Thirdly, a presentation on the reuse of Seguin, Benavides, San Luis to an early childhood campus and the pros and cons of each one of those facilities. And then lastly, I'll go real quickly through the new and ongoing construction projects for the school district. First, we're going to be looking at the possible locations for the track at the softball complex. So to get you oriented with what you're looking at there, let's see, yeah, you can. So here's the track right now, the detention pond and the baseball field, the high school, and then this is our softball complex. We looked at 3 different possibilities for where the track could go. There seems to be 3 decent locations where the track would actually fit. Each one has its pros and cons. I'm going to just talk real quickly about the yellow one first, which is this one, this orientation. It fits, but there would be a lot of grading involved with it, so I'm not recommending the yellow one. The red one and the blue one offer both a lot of possibilities. The blue one is probably the easiest to develop because it's relatively level. It would also minimize the the retaining walls that would be required. We will need some retaining walls to make the grading work for a track. The downside with that location is you would have to relocate or rebuild the concession stand. and the batting cages. So the last possibility is the red area here. It too has pretty good grading. There would be more grading involved with it than the blue scheme. But it would not have the disadvantage of taking down the concession stand or the batting cages. It would also give you the option of maintaining 3 fields. Now, I know right now it's kind of understood that these 2 upper fields are the better fields, and those are the ones that are used mostly. And that's an important consideration as we're looking at this. But if you did do the blue scheme, you would be losing two of the softball fields. The cost for doing this was going to come in between 2.2, 2.4 million, depending on if you go with the blue scheme, which I think would be the lower end scale of this budget, or the 2.4, which would be the red scheme end of this budget. That's what I have for you this evening on that. Are there any questions? Should I ask questions now, or do you want to just
Mr. Powell?
Yes.
You mentioned on the blue one, the concession stand. Is that the one that's kind of in the middle?
Yeah, the concession stand's actually right there. So that would have to get moved in order to develop the track. Also, as you get into this area, we're going to have to put a retaining wall. And then you have the batting cages that are over here that would also have to be redeveloped. So those are kind of the obstacles that are making that location, those are the obstacles we have to deal with that location.
Now, Mr. Powell, the red area, or well, either of the blue or red, we would be able to put the soccer field in the middle. Would that work?
Yeah. Both tracks are going to be able to accommodate a soccer field in the middle, or a football practice field, or whatever you want to do with it. Yes.
Okay.
Have you been around that concession stand?
It's been a while, but yes.
Is it still useful?
It could use a facelift.
Now, the reason we brought this as a presentation, a very short presentation to the board, is that the track is to the right side. The track that is close to that retention pond. We feel that if we put money into that track, that it just possibly we're throwing the money away because of the issue with the drainage there. So we want to explore different options. That way, we invest money into a track that it will be something that will work for some time and worth the investment.
Mr. Powell, one more question. We were talking about the track. We initially started, I guess when we met, the initial concern was where we were going to put a softball dressing room for the girls. Mm-hmm. So taking that into consideration, which of those 3 options would have the plumbing that's most accessible to create that portable plus a restroom for the girls soccer team and the girls softball team?
That being taken into consideration, you're going to have the plumbing there, so that's really not the issue. I think the issue is, do you really want to invest in a new concession stand as part of the complex? I think it would be advantageous to combine the locker rooms with the concession stand, so we're only developing one facility if we're going to build a new building. So I think that's an important consideration. One of the things to keep in mind these days is we're looking at $350 to $400 a square foot for construction costs. Mm-hmm. Especially with a building that's got a lot of plumbing in it. So it's just real expensive to build anything right now. And so if we're looking at 2,500 square feet, that's a lot of investment.
Well, I believe Mr. Falan, I don't know if he's present, but Mr. Falan, we already have the portables for for the softball girls and soccer girls possibly. Yes. So this is where it initially started with that, and then we kind of started discussing the track and where to go with it. So just to keep in mind which of those three options, and I know we would not like to lose an additional softball field for the girls. However, or it could possibly be moved. But I know when we walked down there was plumbing in the yellow part and also in the red part, which would be next to the the building that's already there. So I don't know if that was discussed with you, but
yeah,
just to add to.
I'm aware of
okay.
what's there, but
Okay.
I still think if the blue one is going to be the most cost-effective way to go for the development. The red one is probably going to be the nicer one just because of where it's located and the image it would project to the community.
Mhm.
But I think there is some additional cost associated with it to get the grading right, and to make it everything it should be. So.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As I was speaking to Mr. Mijares right now, we are the area where the nurses is and nurses and so forth might be relocated to might be relocated to where the police department is. That way we have more parking, more space, or we can use that space for those buildings we have. Also, we didn't purchase the portable buildings. We purchased metal buildings, which is a lot better than a portable building. So it's essentially a building with concrete and everything, and it's a permanent building. So I think this is just a start. So where maybe once we decide what direction we want to go, maybe we can include those buildings into the prints.
Sure.
That way, that way we get a true picture of how everything's going to look, so that we can plan ahead. But maybe the next phase would be to see where we're going to have those dressing rooms and what we're going to do with the parking lot and so forth. So maybe we have a more finished product once as a board and as a superintendent, we meet and decide what to do next.
I should point out one other thing too, in regard to the red scheme, we do have that power line that runs across there as well. So that's not going away. So we will have to work around that. That is another
If I may,
red scheme.
if I may, also we need the sprinkler system, an automated sprinkler system inside the track, so that the soccer can practice there. If you don't mind putting it there.
We factored that in our budget. Yeah. Anything else? Okay. Cross-country trails at the Eagle Pass High School. This is a discussion that came up several years ago, and it's kind of being revisited again to try to keep the kids from having to run all over the neighborhoods. It's really just kind of looking at a feasibility for a track inside the campus area. And so the first piece of the puzzle would be what you could actually use inside the high school campus, which is about a 1.14 mile trek around the sports fields, past the field house, up, and then in that front area by Sea Wing, and then back again. So the other thing we could consider, and we did in this little layout, is going across the street, catching the softball complex, which would add another 0.59 miles. And then if we kept on going and went into the Graves campus, we could actually get another 0.4 miles. So overall, if you took in all three campuses, you could have a trail that's roughly 2 miles. So that's kind of the thoughts that have been considered over at the high school. Are there any questions or comments on this one? Okay. And then at CC Win, it's a little bit simpler. It's just basically a perimeter track. It's a little longer at 1.28 miles per lap around the perimeter fence of CC Win. Now, another piece of this might be that if you wanted to do a track that's similar to what we have at Student Activity Center for the kids to run on, as opposed to just putting a stripe on the ground and having them follow the stripe. If we did something like a 5-foot wide track similar to have at the SAC, the development cost for that for the high school would be $137,200. For the softball park, $100,224. For Graves, $66,816. Total cost $304,000. And then at CC Win, we would be looking at $217,000. So, any questions or thoughts in regard to this? Okay. Keep going. Changing gears again. The next thing we're going to be discussing is...
Yes, all these facilities will be open to the community. If I'm not mistaken, right, Ismael? Yes, so the community, you know, I think especially at high school, that track really is a community track because it's in the middle of a whole community. So it's the one that gets used a lot. And I mean, even when COVID hit, I had some calls when we were going to open it from many community members. So I think this is just not going to help high school or CC Win. It's just going to help the community.
Okay, thank you. I use the high school track too. Okay, so we're shifting gears now. We're going to be talking about 3 campuses that might be considered for early childhood campuses. First one we're going to look at is Seguin Elementary. Right now, the main building has 45,000 square feet, 21 rooms. Each room is about 650 square feet. It's all the interior framing is wood frame, and it's open at the top, which presents a lot of challenges for building codes because this thing was not done in the era of modern codes. So we're very concerned about putting little kids in there, especially kids that would need a lot of help to get out of the building. We have 2 700 square foot rooms, 2 800 square foot rooms. Those are both parts of the newer addition. Just for reference purposes, TEA requires 800 square feet per classroom. If I were to start a new school, I would be looking at 800 square feet per classroom for younger kids, or 36 square feet per student. There's no restrooms in each one of the classrooms as in RVLA, LDC, and the current ECC. So my first recommendation, if you wanted to consider this campus, would be to put a fire sprinkler in the building. It does carry a pretty hefty cost. I also would recommend to put 12 restrooms in this facility as well. You know, if you know the campus, you know that there's that low kind of recessed area in the middle. I think it should be brought to level with the rest of the campus and utilized in a way that's efficient. So I put in $300,000 for that. And then just because the campus is 70 years old, been through a fire, it needs a lot of TLC, tender loving care, and I would recommend putting in probably $500,000 to just make the campus better. So all that being considered, it's a total of roughly $1.5 million of expenditure in addition to kind of re-equipping the campus with smaller furniture. Well, I mean, you can bring it over from ECC, but there would be a lot of modifications necessary with the facilities that are there to accommodate smaller kids. The next campus we looked at was Benavides. It's a 40,000 square foot main building with 21 rooms at 650 square feet. Again, the reference to what TAA is requiring now. Kind of the same problems as Lee, where you have no restrooms in the classrooms, It also has a bit of a complicated exit system, so I would recommend adding a sprinkler system if you were going to put the little kids in that building. 12 restrooms and cosmetic improvements again, so a little bit less expensive than Lee at $1.22 million to kind of upgrade this campus to make it ready for the little ones. The last campus we considered was the San Luis campus. It's 58,000 square feet in the main building. 23 rooms are at 700 square feet. That's the norm for elementary schools. We already have 9 that are at 800 square feet because of the first grade requirement also is 800 square feet. So this bank right here, those are all 800 square foot classrooms. These square ones are 800 square feet as well. So we do meet the requirement on several of those rooms at that campus. The one thing we would recommend doing is to go ahead and put restrooms at each one of the, basically two classrooms would share a restroom, so we develop a restroom outside of the 2 classrooms so we're not giving up square footage. Should have made that point earlier. At the other campuses, if you did develop restrooms, you would most likely have to put some of them within the room, so you're going to lose even more square footage to the small rooms already. You don't have this problem at this campus. So from just a practical standpoint, knowing the decline in enrollment at this campus, to me this is the easiest and most advantageous of the campuses to consider making your early childhood campus. Any thoughts and questions?
It says 36 square feet per student.
Right. So if you read the law that governs this, they give you if you're a small district and you don't have big rooms because you just don't have enough kids to fill up a room, you can use this as your go-by.
For little kids, you mean?
For little kids, yes.
Just
for the preschool.
And just so the public understands, and our audience, this is just a discussion. This discussion was brought about by the board because we were concerned about the portables and the little ones being in the portables. So it's just a discussion, and we're just trying to see if there's any options. And we asked Mr. Powell to give us his opinion. So that's where we're at. I just wanted to clarify that.
Okay, I'll finish up with just going over a few of the projects that we're currently working on. You have the secured entrance office at the high school. If you've been over there recently, you know we've poked a hole in the wall by the front door. So now the office has a control point to let people in. This was a little project by Frontera Construction for $89,600. It was finished in December. Everybody's moving in and got some nice compliments today, so we think that's going to work out pretty well over at the high school. We also have the covered patios at both of the high school campuses. This is a picture from last week. This is being performed by Mr. Hiller. $960,000 contract. I think he's going to be wrapping this in February, so it's looking pretty good over there. I think it's going to be a really nice space to enjoy an afternoon outside and have your lunch. So I think these are turning out real well. Same thing over at the high school, contract again with Mr. Hiller. This I got more excited about the concrete than the actual covered patio itself, but if you go around the girls' gym, you'll see about 4,000 square feet of covered patio area now that can also be used for outdoor dining. The cost for this one was $535,000. The transportation dispatch training room facility, if you're familiar with the bus area, what we've done is we've taken an area that kind of butted up into the maintenance guys And we're going to expand this piece, which is where the training was done and the restrooms are, and make it much bigger, which is this new piece here. As of right now, all we have in place is the foundation. We're waiting for the metal building to show up. And once it gets on site, it should progress rapidly. We are projecting it to be ready this summer, in June of this year. This is an interesting project. It's kind of the follow-up to the new turf over at the baseball and softball field at the Student Activity Center. One of the things that we discussed a while back was going ahead and letting the locals maybe look at bidding on the structure part to give our local craftsmen the opportunity to participate in this project. And what this is the structure itself, which was pretty interesting because one of the challenges is we wanted to figure out a way to build over the top of those bleachers but not interfere with the bleachers and the structures that are already in place. So our concept is to go behind the bleachers and basically build a pretty substantial structure and then cantilever it all over the existing bleachers. And I think what that's going to do is two things. Number one, it is a beefy structure. By function, it's got to be beefy to support that kind of a load. It's a 50-foot cantilevered span, so it's carrying a whole lot of load. But secondly, I think it's going to give a really cool look to that facility. Something much more in line with what you see at a pro ball field because the structures they're dealing with are so substantial. This is going to have that same kind of look to it, I think. So I think this is a real opportunity to, number one, serve the task that we were asked to do, which is get you a cover, get you some spray fans for your spectators at your baseball field. But I think it's really going to improve the look and make it something real special. So excited about that project. I think it'll start getting ramped up after the baseball season this year and should wrap up in December of this year. All right, that's the end of my presentation unless there's any other questions or comments.
Any questions or comments from the board? Nope.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thanks
Mr.
again
Powell.
for the opportunity to present and thank you for your service to the community. Have a good evening.
We now move to consent items. Number 1 and 2, consider and take appropriate action on the request to approve the minutes of the December 13, 2022 board meeting. Number 2, consider and take appropriate action on the request to approve a ground lease agreement between Chicanos por la Causa and Arizona and the Eagle Pass ISD.
Mr. President, we do need to we can approve it, but we need to make a couple of minor changes to the MOU as far as choice of law, that kind of thing, so we can get that done. Well, you can go approve it and we'll, subject to the changes.
Okay. So those are consent items. We have a recommendation on number 2 to approve it pending the changes. So do we have a motion to accept the consent items?
So move.
We have a motion by Mr. Hiller, Trustee Hiller. Do we have a second? Second by Trustee Purcell. Questions? If no more questions or comments, all in favor? All opposed? Motion passes. The Board of Trustees of the Eagle Pass Independent School District will convene in closed session as authorized by the Texas Government Code, Chapter 551, to deliberate upon the following matters. The board will hear the request to hire personnel to fill vacancies pursuant to TGC 551.074. Do I have a motion to convene in closed session? We have a motion by Trustee Fuentes, a second by Trustee Purcell. All in favor? Motion passes. The time is 7:31 and the date is Tuesday, January 10, 2023. The Board of Trustees is now in closed session. No action will be taken in closed session. The date is Tuesday, January 10th, 2023, and the Board of Trustees of the Eagle Pass Independent School District is now in open session, and we will move to item number 9. Number 1, the board will consider and take appropriate action on the request to hire personnel to fill vacancies pursuant to TGC 551.074. Do we have a motion?
Mr. President, I move to approve the request to hire personnel to fill vacancies pursuant to TGC 551.074 as discussed in closed session.
We have a motion by Dr. Alvarez. Do we have a second? Second by Ms. Fuentes, by Trustee Fuentes. Questions, comments? If not, all in favor? All opposed? Motion passes unanimous. Congratulations. Mr. Mijares?
Yes. Yes, thank you, Mr. Barrera. Just before we end the meeting, I just want to thank the board. I think that the community, the campuses, administrators, teachers, everybody, the whole staff is very grateful for everything that the board has done for our employees, for our students, for the community as a whole. I think that something that when I have meetings with community members, they always give me great comments that it's Mr. Mijares, you have a great board, and I think that's something that I just wanted to share with you. So thank you for everything you do. Our reminders: this Friday we have a cowboy breakfast from 7 to 9 a.m. in the show barn. Maricela, I think I already gave you a ticket. Usually we ask for how many tickets you need. This time there's new officers and they gave me just one ticket for each board member, so I apologize. We messaged you from before. Although if you need additional tickets, Mr. Martinez is I think the president or one of the officers. You might want to contact him if you need additional tickets. There's 12, so. Okay, also the stock show will be from Monday, January 16th, all the way to Friday, January 19th at the show barn.
It was.
Okay. Yes.
Friday.
Yeah, we have this Friday off, and also Helping Hands or Kids with Special Needs will show Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay. No, this Friday is a cowboy breakfast. Next Friday.
The following, yeah, the last day.
Okay, so the Kids with Special Needs will be showing Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, AM only, at the show barn. I would like to invite the board members so that we can maybe take a picture with them and so that we can join them in their showing. Also, February 6th through 8th is Eagle Pass Legislative Day in Austin. And finally, the government camp at Galveston is going to be March 1st through 4th. Let us know if you're interested in attending. And that's it.
Thank you. Now we will move to adjournment. Do we have a motion to adjourn? So move. Trustee Perry, do we have a second?
Second.
Second, Trustee Dr. Alvarez. All in favor? All opposed? Motion passes, 7:59, and meeting is adjourned.